Come on, you can do it.
As long as we can carry the bags from here.
Ready?
Go.
Go. It's wet. It's heavier.
Hello guys, it is again the most beautiful day out. I hope you're all doing so well. We have been blessed with extremely warm temps a little early in beginning of February, which is why I love South Carolina. So we are in Greenville, South Carolina. Yesterday we did a ton of garden prep and cleanup, and today is day part 2. So we are going to focus a little more on the raised beds and getting them all prepped and ready for our spring gardens and summer gardens. Sebastian's going to help me. I think we're going to go load up with soil and compost and get them all amended and show you what we do to recharge them. So I'm so excited. Let's go. So while Sebastian goes and gets the compost for us, I am going to lift this up. Oh, little ant creatures. So yesterday, Luke and I were working on picking all of these invasive violas so we could keep them for a project, and we are going to rip them out real quick, give them to the chickens, finish that up, and do some cleanup. I just have a few weeds, meaning mostly pansies, that I need to get out of the beds and ready so that we can get the soil in, the compost. So I'm going to work on that real quick while he goes and gets the compost and brings it over.
While Holly weeds, I'm going to go ahead and get the soil, but first I am going to tie Bear up here so that he can enjoy the great outdoors. Got him all secured. He loves being in this area and chomping on the sticks and wood chips. Hey, Bear. You want to say hi? You want to say hi? He loves his sticks. Okay, let's get the soil. Bye, Bear. They're working in the garden.
Project Get Rid of Pansies.
So I'm driving over to the nursery. I'm gonna get some good old compost to put on top of the raised beds. I don't know that we've shown the golf cart in the channel yet. We got this a while back and it's been a lifesaver. We actually found it on Facebook Marketplace and it's been the best thing that we bought for the nursery. It's been absolutely amazing. I say for the nursery, but also for our land, just because we're back and forth a lot.
Here is some of the gorgeous sunlight. I felt like a new person after working in the garden yesterday. It has been nice. It usually is in the winter in the south, but it's just exceptionally warm and feels like spring is in the air. So nice. I love it. I have laundry hanging out to dry. So fun. So if you guys aren't able to get out in your gardens yet just because of time or snow, I hope the sunshine blesses you.
And we're just always moving stuff around, tools and plants and all sorts of things. And we got such a good deal from like the sweetest couple on Facebook Marketplace. Such a good deal. Totally the Lord providing us a golf cart so that we can do stuff like this. It was amazing. So if you're in the market for a golf cart, check out Facebook Marketplace. It'll surprise you.
Keep getting sidetracked before I start. Just wanted to show you this is our beautiful rose tree, or rose on standard, I guess. Look at that green growth, all that freshness. So exciting. It has the most beautiful, like apricotish pink blooms.
It's wet. It's heavier. I love this compost. We get it from a guy locally. And I say locally, but he's about an hour and a half away. We use it for all of the veggies at the nursery and all of our raised beds.
Last fall, this winter, we mulched all this up and re-edged it. And it has been so nice, I told Sebastian, just to focus on structure and infrastructure, and just the mulch is just so nice, even if you don't even have any plants. So I've been enjoying this tremendously. So it's so nice just to see tidiness. I love it.
If you want to save some money and not get a gym membership, just lift wet compost bags all day long. You'll be set.
When you have a lot of things to clean up in your garden, which most of us do, is we're doing working and active gardens, it's just nice to have some areas that just feel in order and peaceful and clean.
All right, that's all I'm gonna do. All righty. We loaded up all the compost bags. I could feel the golf carts like, ugh.
Crazy, there was lettuce in here and they overtook it. Made some ants mad. Let's see if I can find them all on me. That's one thing I found about the South is, man, can grow some ants. Lots of ants. Lots and lots of ants. I used to swell up really bad from ant bites, like my ankles would be cankles, but thankfully I've gotten used to them. But our friend makes this. It has jewelweed and plantain in. Oh my goodness, it takes the itch out like immediately. Where usually it feels like ants are continuing to bite you all day long. I love it. It smells so good too. Hi girls! You want some pansies? You guys are gonna love those. Yes!
I hear bear barking.
I want to show you real quick as I was pulling out the drip tubing. I saw on the underside of the harvest cloth this beautiful lettuce plant. It's so pretty, so healthy.
All right, we made it. Note to self, do not plant Johnny jump ups in your garden. They're beautiful, but they are invasive. These all look like weeds, but they're pansies. They're beautiful.
But I've been fighting them for a year.
You've been fighting them for a year and spraying a lot, which they're dying off, which is nice. But look at all this, even here in the crack.
I know, I saw that too.
That's actually kind of pretty. Luca's gonna be my cameraman. Thanks, Luca.
You're welcome.
All right, let's start putting some compost bags in the beds.
Just adding some biotone organic spoma fertilizer because we're going to put lettuce in here very soon. And I usually don't measure, I just sprinkle it in because it's organic, it doesn't burn the plants. All right, it's ready. Let's put the drip tubes back. Got all the drip tubes put back. This is usually what we do for each raised bed for each season. After we get crops out or, yeah, we're rotating them. We'll add more compost, fertilizer. Sometimes if it's really dense, we'll add more peat moss or...
Yeah, like this, if we had peat moss, I would probably add more to raise the soil level because it really went down, especially some of these bigger beds that the soil went down quite a lot.
Yeah, so you'll notice, I'm sure with your own beds, that the soil level always goes down. It always keeps settling further and further. So I think you're always going to be adding more soil, and compost is what the plants need. So that's where they get their nutrients from.
Yep, so let's add more compost to more beds.
Okay.
Luca's got this. Look at that. Choppity chop chop.
I think that's good for that one.
Yep. Holly's making her gym membership worthwhile. So for this bed, we're adding, it's a long bed, 16-foot bed. We are adding 3 of this compost, and I didn't really show it to you. This one is Bloomin' Easy Organic Compost. If you've seen other videos of ours, you see this all the time because we use it all the time. Essentially, it's locally made organic compost. It's beautiful. It's really rich and black. And we mix it 50% with peat moss. So 50 of this, 50% of compost, 50% peat moss, and that is our existing soil. And then once in a while, if we're feeling extra and fancy, we'll add a layer of land and sea compost. But Holly's pouring out. You can see how beautiful it is. The texture, the color, it grows beautiful stuff. This is the land and sea. Why are we adding these 2? Because we have this one. Short answer. We have it on hand. And any extra fertility, we welcome it. If you hear bear barking, we put him back in the house because he was losing his brains.
He doesn't like to be more than 2 inches from us.
He is the definition of a Velcro dog.
On steroids.
All right, this bed's all ready. I straightened out the drip, and the compost is all spread out beautifully. I didn't mix it perfectly, but it'll be fine. And then we just got to add some fertilizer. Holly said she was going to seed this bed with rutabaga and parsnips. So she's going to go ahead and seed along the lines of the drip. And they are very cool, tolerant, cold hardy, something we can plant now in February. And now this bed over here, Holly just finished weeding. So I'm gonna go ahead and put compost on this, but if you see any perlite in here, or the little white balls, we ended up using our potting mix soil in here that's organic. It is by the same company. It is a potting mix that's essentially their compost, pine bark fines, and perlite. And we ran out of compost last year or the year before, so we just used their potting mix and it works great. So that's why you see some perlite. But you can see the level of the soil really went down quite a bit. So I'm gonna add some compost to this bed and that bed. Whoa! So this bed is all done. Drip is in and stretched out. Compost is in. Holly's working on this last bed right here. She is weeding it. As you can see, it's like about half done.
It.
De-pansying beds. I mean, they're invasive, but thankfully with these raised beds, it's not too bad to weed.
It's just the gravel.
Yeah, it's just the gravel that's a pain.
All right, guys, we are starting to lose some light. We are continuing. We usually work till it's dark, so we will probably keep working, but the camera won't be able to pick us up. So we're just going to keep filling beds and doing the same thing, pulling the drip out, putting compost in, putting fertilizer in, putting the drip back. And I was telling Sebastian, it's so nice just to see the drip back. It just looks so nice. So
feels like there's a little order.
Yes, exactly. And it feels like it's ready. So we're going to start sticking stuff in soon, either plugs and or seeds, but we are going to try to get this half done and then move to the other half. Yep. So it's so exciting. Thank you guys for joining us. I hope this was helpful, just how to get your raised beds or even your ground ready for spring and for planting. Thanks.
Bye.
See you next one. Bye. Yeehaw!
Yeehaw! We're getting some more compost. Ooh. Come on, you can do it.
As soon as we can carry the bags from here.
Ready?
Go.
Go. Floor it. The battery was low in the golf cart, so we had to get off and push it.